Hi everybody, Kevin from Dayton Walton here. As you can see, I've got my Superman toque on. There's no telephone booths around, so I can't change into the rest of my costume. I'll have to stop at a Tim's or something. Anyway, we're near the end of the season. We're just about done. It's going to be very cold next week. Temperatures consistently below zero. And I had to take a little trip to Hamilton today, so I thought I'll get a couple hours in, and came across this old park, which I knew was there, but didn't expect to be down on this end, to do any metal detecting. So I'm going to check it out, see what I can find. I got a couple hours. I'm layered up and okay, got a pretty good signal down here. It's fairly deep, coming up 27, 28 on the Equinox 600. And I haven't found it yet, but let's see if I can get, yeah, it's right there. Got it with the pinpointer. Let's see what we got. Might not be anything. Alright, it's out. It's out here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a penny. Got another old penny out of here. Earlier, 1945. Let's see what this one is. If I can get any kind of a ID on it. Yeah, it's at the oldest, it's King George VI, I'm thinking. Let me clean it off, I'll get right back to you. Yeah, it is King George VI. Considerably older than the last one. Well, it's 5 years older than the last one, so 1940. So far today, you didn't see me dig the 1946 Wheatie, but I'll show you that in the grand wrap-up. But 1940, King George VI penny. It's got to be some more old stuff here. I'll keep looking. Well, I came back here one last time to see if I could squeeze one more silver out of this old church property that I've been hunting now for 3 years. They've trimmed back some bushes. I can get right underneath them now. And I think I found something. I'll turn around and show you. I haven't looked at it yet. It sure looks like silver to me. Looks like old silver. I got some water with me. Oh, it's pretty smooth. Let me just clean it up. See what we got. Okay. Looks like we got a King George VI silver dime. 1911. Pretty smooth on the reverse side there. Just barely make out the date. At the bottom there, 1911. And there's King George VI on the obverse. Yeah, I'm going to keep hunting around here. Might be more. Nice to get a silver this late in the year. Just a couple minutes and about 10 feet ago, I found that what I'd called a King George VI silver dime. It's actually King George V silver dime. And now I've got a largie right here. And it looks like a pretty good one. I think this is an Eddie, if I'm not mistaken. Which way is that guy facing? Maybe you can see it already. He's facing to the right, so let me get a year off it. Get right back to you. Yeah, that's a 1903 King Edward VII. That should clean up really nice. Some really nice detail on there. I just can't believe I'm still finding stuff here. That came up about a 23, 24 on the Equinox 600. It was about 4 or 5 inches down. No mistaking that it was something decent, solid signal. So yeah, I got about maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. We're going to keep digging. I'll show you what I get. It's another largie. Another largie. This one only came up about 19 or 20 on the Equinox 600. I don't know why, but it's the size of a largie. It's the shape of a largie. Just don't know who's on it and what year it is yet. Let me have a look. I'll get right back to you. That's 2 largies and a silver dime so far today. Oh man, that's an 1881 Victoria large cent, and it's going to clean up beautiful. That's schmooze on top. That's just going to come right off. 1881H. Queen Victoria large cent. Man, what a day. Doesn't want to focus now. Hang on. Yeah, you should be able to see that right there. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is good stuff. All along this strip where those bushes were trimmed back for the winter, and this is where I got the hits. The silver dime over there, two largies like within a foot or two of each other. So this is good. That one's down a bit further, probably about 6 inches. Maybe that accounted for the lower signal. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. Okay, I'm going to do a partial live dig here. This is the same signal that I got with those other two largies, like right within a 3-foot circumference area. And there you see the plug. I'm pretty sure the coin or the object is in the plug. Yeah, it is. Right there. How much you want to bet it's another largie? It was a very solid signal. Let's see what we got. Come on, don't see anything yet. It's right there somewhere. Come on, don't be shy. There it is. Another largie. Holy mackerel. I can't believe this. I can't believe it. 3 like right together. I can't make a date off it, of course. That looks like, no, I'm not going to say, but it sure looks like Queen Victoria facing to the left there. I'm not going to say, I'm just saying. Let me get a date off it and I'll get right back to you. Woohoo! Well, no question it's a Vicky. It's an 1893. What was the last one? 91? Now I got a 93 right next to it. Look at that green patina. Gorgeous. That schmooze will come off if I'm careful, I think. But man, I wonder if these are key dates. I'll have fun researching, that's for sure. It's getting late in the day, but I'm going to dig one more hole. So, I just dug this out of this hole. See how deep that is. And came across another tiny little signal. And oh, can it be? Can it be? I think it is a fish scale. I think that is a fish scale. It's so tiny. Let me get some water on it and I'll show you. It is a Queen Victoria fish scale. Unbelievable. Unbe-freaking-lievable. If I could only get this to focus. I didn't even bother to get a date off it. I don't know why it's so hard to get this thing focused. Nope, doesn't want to focus, guys. That, my friends, is I don't care if you can see it or not. That is an 1870 Queen Victoria fish scale. Unbelievable. My oldest fishy ever. And it's not in bad shape. What a day. King George V dime. Queen Victoria fish scale. 3 largies. That's all within about an hour. I am stoked. Guys, you're not going to believe this. I don't believe it myself. I haven't checked it yet, but I think I have another fish scale. Look at that. It didn't even sound like anything important. That's got to be another fish scale. Goodness me. Let me clean it up. This is my last hole of the day, and what a way to finish. Hang on. Okay, I may not get a date off of this one, guys, but guess what? It's another Victoria. Queen Victoria fish scale. Unbelievable. What a way to finish the day, and maybe finish the year. It's coming on towards December. We just got a couple of really nice warm days, and I'm taking full advantage. Oh, thought I dropped it there. But there it is. Unbelievable. Well, here's the wrap up for today, everybody. What a day it was. A couple little parley shards and some age to them. This is a copper ring of some kind, very fragile. I broke it there a little bit when I was just trying to clean it off. No writing on it that I can see. Very light for copper. A couple of scraps of iron metal band of some kind that might have been part of an old knife. Not sure what this is. Haven't really cleaned it up yet. Just looks like rolled up copper thin steel, sheet metal or something there. This here, no idea what that could have been. This here was a chain at one time, some kind of a chain. It was just absolutely falling apart, crumbling as I picked it up. So I'm not going to do too much more to that. A couple of old square nails, big honking one there, about 4 or 5 inches long. Well, I got my ruler here so I can measure it. I guess when it was straight, it would have been close to 5 inches. And then my first good find of the day. This is a service button from a jacket, World War I era. Found a few of these in the past. This one's been stepped on or bent. But yeah, 2-piece button, Canada military. Back's all corroded, of course. And then this interesting little item here. I should have you guys guess to see if you can figure out what this is, but I think it's pretty plain. I had one of these as a kid. It's the world's smallest penknife or pocket knife. It doesn't open. Its better days are behind it, but that's exactly what it is. I recognized it as soon as I picked it up. So that was really quite a thrill. Then on to the coins, and this is pretty much the order that I found them. Again, one of my best days ever for coins. This here is a, well, you can see it there, 8T. I should have wrote this down so I could see it myself. But that's a Vicky, and she's going to come up real nice. Haven't really tried to clean up too much yet. Look at that beautiful green patina on there. A lot of good features and detail. Yeah, 1893 for that one. And then we got this one here. 1881. Again, Queen Vicky. Not cleaned up yet. But again, showing some pretty good detail. Get it in some light here. Look at that. 1881. And then got a King George. Is it a King George? No, this is King Edward. I'm sorry. Facing to the right, of course. He's got a bit of schmooze there, a little corrosion. I'm going to see if I can pop that off, because if I can, this will be a nice coin. What did I say? Sorry, 1903. So 3 beautiful old large cents today. Then we started getting into the silver, and first one is a King George dime. That's 1911. Again, a little bit of detail there, not too much, but definitely a 1911. I saw it with the zoom fully on my phone. That was a thrill to find. But even more of a thrill was this here, Queen Victoria half dime. And pretty good detail. This one is from 1870. I could just barely make it out. Don't know if you can. Depending on the light and the focus. But that's what it is. And then another fish scale, Vicky. And I could barely make out a date on this, and I'm just even guessing on that. It's pretty smooth, 1896. So what a day. 6 nice old coins, that old button. Yeah, one of the better days I've had, probably all summer, all season. So yeah, very happy. Might get out again before the ground freezes. I'll keep you posted. Well, I'm back at the same place today. It's late afternoon. Thought I'd get out for an hour before the sun went down. This is where I found those 6 old coins yesterday, the 3 largies and the 2 fish scales and the old dime, and lo and behold, I picked up another largie here. I'll show you. There she is. And if it's anything like the others, that corrosion will come right off. Don't have a date on it yet. Don't know if you can see it or not. Can't even quite make out if it's Vicky or Edward or George, but let me clean up a little bit. So this one's a little bit more recent. It's not a Vicky, it's not even an Edward, it's King George V, 1920. And like I say, it should clean up pretty nice. Yeah, a little corrosion there on the obverse, but I'll show you again once I get it cleaned up at home. Well, I should have live dug this one. I said that's pretty tiny, about the size of a fish scale. And look what I got. It sure is. Boy oh boy, 3 fish scales in 2 days. Let me get some water on this and get a date off it for you. Okay, not as old as yesterday's, but still nice. 1919, King George V. Silver 5 cents. Again, with the focus, there we go. He's going to be in pretty good shape. That's a largie and a fishy today. I love it. Got another really nice high tone here. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't plucked it out of the hole. I thought I'd do it live. It's right here in the side. Let's see what we got. About 2 feet away from that fish scale. It's right here somewhere. Oh no! 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 Oh my goodness! It's another fish. Oh my goodness. Let's see what the date is. Okay, this one's a 1915. I might have swiped it a little bit with the blade, but can't win them all. Let me see if I can get that focus for you there. 1915, that's another King George V. Unbelievable. So that's 4 fish scales in 2 days. My oh my. Okay, I realize the light's fading here, but just to bring me back to reality for a little bit, still a very nice coin, 1942 nickel. I love these 12-sided nickels. There's King George VI right there. It looks like he's in pretty good shape. So, might have 1 or 2 more targets before it gets dark. Let's carry on. Okay, another live dig. I'm calling largie on this one. It's the right number, it's the right tone, it's the right depth, and it's right in the side of the plug there. Let's see what we got. Not a largie, small cent, but I think it's an old one. Nope, it's a Canadian 1 cent, 1929, the old style. Don't mind finding these either. Just don't know if it's a key date or not. That corrosion should lift right off of there with a little bit of tooth picking. Yep, another nice coin for the day. So I'm back at the old church property today. It's very cold, almost 0, but sunny and slight breeze. And as I was digging here at the old church, the landlord from the big house next door came over to me and said, asked me, he said, would it be rude of me to ask you to dig on my property as well? And it's got just as much history as this place here. And the first target I dug on this side of the property, I'll show you what I got. Yes, it is a silver. Not as old as some of the ones I've been pulling up here, but that's a 1945 dime. Very first hole that I dug on this side of the property. So this opens up a whole new area for me here. And I don't think I've even quite finished pounding the original church site either. So boy, this is going to be so much fun next year when the weather warms up again. Anyway, on to the next one. Well, this is one of the cooler relics that I found here. Haven't examined it closely yet, but that seems to be a small toy gun of a very old design. Yeah, very interesting. It's a bit broken there. I'm going to be very careful with that. Very interesting. That was down about 6 inches. Look at that. I'll do some research on that and let you know if it's anything really important. Very cool. I see something. I see something down there. What could that be? Another fish scale. Holy moly. That's 5 fish scales in 3 hunts here. Let me get a date off of that and I'll show you. Okay, that's a King Edward VII. Look at the detail on that. 1907. Unbelievable. Gorgeous coin. My camera's actually focusing for a change. Incredible. Not sure if that's a key date, but I'll keep it. Absolutely. And I think there's something else in the hole. I'll let you know. Okay, looks like I have another largie here. It certainly is what it looks like. That's what it rang up as. Feels very light, but it is a largie. What year is that? What year is that? Is that a Queen Elizabeth? Or sorry, Queen Victoria? No, I don't think so. Let me get a date off it. I'll get right back to you. Okay, that's a 1908 King Edward VII. How many largies is that now I've pulled out of this property? Well, I guess it's the adjacent property now, but it's all connected. I'll clean that up and show you in the wrap up. Well, I hope you enjoyed that footage from late last fall. It just goes to show you that if you get a permission that has never been hunted before, that has seen some history and some activity over the years, you're going to find stuff like that. And I'm convinced that there are still some great finds to be had at that property. So needless to say, I'm going to be heading back there, well, any day now, because we've had some really, really great weather. As I record this, it's March 8th. The temperature today was 11 degrees Celsius. It's going up to 14 tomorrow, and it's going to be mild for the rest of the week. So it's going to be great digging weather. So stick around. It's just the timing is perfect on this because I've just used up the last footage, the final footage from last year, and now I'm going back out. And, I'm going to keep current with my weekly videos as the weeks go by. So it'll be current. I'm not going to do all this footage over the summer and wait until the fall and winter to put it on my channel. It's just too much to catch up on. So stick around. I hope to have footage next week of my first hunt in 2020, and we'll see what we can. But thanks for sticking around and watching this. I really appreciate all the subscribers. Great if you could share this with anybody you think would be interested. Just to support the channel and help it grow. So leave your comments and ask any questions you can, and I'll try to answer them and go from there. So thanks again, and we'll see you on the next hunt.